Hi everyone, welcome again to Bake Your Way Kitchen. Today I'm proud to show you chocolate brownie pudding. This is a great comfort dessert food, great baked dessert for the winter time, really any time of the year, but especially during the cold seasons. You'll be happy to know I've got more clear bowls, so you'll be able to see what I'm doing more. And another note just quickly on the website, I've been having some major problems with it. So what I am going to have to start doing, and I do apologize because I know I've received a lot of emails asking me what is going on, and I do apologize. I am in school and I am working too, so it's been hard to keep up. I try to present the ingredients in my videos, but I do intend over the next couple weeks to make sure all the videos have the ingredients posted because I've been having a lot of problems with the website, unfortunately. So that's that. So now, for the recipe, very easy and simple to make. I've got here 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 130 grams, with 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Sorry, 2.5. Man, I'm not on it right now. To that, I'm also going to add some unsweetened cocoa powder, 2 tablespoons, as well as half a teaspoon of salt. And we're going to give this a mix with also 3/4 of a cup, 150 grams of sugar. And we're just going to mix that together. You want it to be nice. I should have, because I was at the bottom of my cocoa powder container. There's a lot of lumps. Note to self, I probably should have put it through a sieve. Oh well, it's not the end of the world. It's gonna smoothen out. Now to this, I'm going to be adding just half a cup of milk. So that's about 120 milliliters. And you can use any milk. You can use whole milk or you can use skim. I'm using 1%. And I've also got inside of it some soft. I added to the milk 1 teaspoon. Whoops. 1 teaspoon of butter that is soft. So this is going to form a bit of our base. And one other note to mention, you're going to need to preheat your oven to 350, and you're going to need an 8-inch greased square pan. Okay, I'm going to switch to my spatula here, or spatulars, I've heard some people call it. There we go. I'm just trying to get everything off of here. And just give that a mix. It's going to be pretty dry. It's going to be a little bit thick, but that's how you want the base to be. So this is just the first part. So when this is all together, which is about now, as you can see, I'll get this out of the way, as you can see. So about right now is good. So now we're going to take this into our greased square pan and try to get as much out. It's super thick. Wow. Get it all out. That is the question. Alrighty. So now what we're going to do is take this and bring it to the sides. We're just going to spread a nice even layer. So it might take a little bit of time. Alright, so our brownie layer, this is our brownie base layer. So that's done, so that's out of the way, so that's taken care of. Alright, so now we're going to need to mix the rest of the ingredients. What I got here, can't go wrong, it's a must. Vanilla bean paste, add a good amount, that's probably at least a couple teaspoons, probably close to a tablespoon. And so, I'm going to put, this is just a flavorless oil. You could use melted butter if you prefer this, 2 tablespoons of oil. I'm going to add that in. I've got 3/4 of a cup, about 160 grams of brown sugar. And notice I didn't say packed because I do weigh on. I've got a 1/4 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder with a little touch of cinnamon. You don't want to add too much, otherwise it'll be overpowering. I've also got some chopped hazelnuts. You can use some toasted nuts, any nut, hazelnut, almonds, peanuts, you name it. We're going to add that in. Now, we're missing one other thing, which I just have on the stove, is just some hot water. I'll just be right back. Okay, so I've got 1 3/4 of a cup of hot water. that I'm adding to this mixture. And then we need to mix this together, which should just be a second. There we go. It smells delicious. And all we need to do now is pour this over our brownie base. Now it doesn't look like much right now, but trust me, it's worth it. So that we're just going to pour this over the top. There you go. Beautiful. So now, this is going to go into our preheated oven, 350, for about 30 to 40 minutes. And I'll show you what it looks like once it's done. Okay, so our chocolate pudding's out of the oven. You can see it's bubbly and it has risen, as you can see. And when I touch the top, it still gives. So you can see it pushes, like it bounces back up, but it pushes down. It's still a little sensitive. And you'll see pockets, like I put a hole in here. You'll see a little bit of a thick pudding layer. Now, one thing I like to put on the top is just some chocolate chips. They just melt right in. These are bittersweet chocolate chips. This is optional. There's already, you can see the hazelnuts on the top, which are fantastic. Alright, so try to spread that out. Some of those over here. You can add as much or as little. There you go. So this is fantastic. So we just need to let this cool down just a little bit more before serving. Just let it sit, let it rest for about 5 minutes, and I'll serve a slice. Okay, wow, this looks fantastic. So you can see when it's right out of the oven, the pudding underneath is still quite runny. However, if you put it in the fridge and serve it later on, it's going to thicken up a lot. And that's actually usually one of my favorites. However, just out of the oven is fantastic too. Now, this is fantastic with vanilla ice cream if you have some on hand. I don't have any on hand, so I'm just going to have some like this. But with some milk, actually, would be fantastic. Let's see. Let's give it a try and see how good it is. It's nice, very nice and sweet. It's I love the textures. You got the smooth pudding layer and the chewy brownie pieces. And you can see, it doesn't take long to make. It's a great treat for the winter time when it's really cold, and you know this winter's been freezing. So everyone stay in and make this. I hope you give this recipe a try. I'll post the instructions or the ingredients down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.